Welcome to Sandwich Sunday. I am your host, Chef Brian Tsao. This is the show where it's my mission to make awesome sandwiches inspired by the most unlikely of people. Before I go on with today's episode, I do want to mention to check out my merch store, link in the description below. Over there, we have Chef Kiss tees, cutting boards, aprons, a whole bunch of other cool stuff. Whenever you make a purchase on the merch store, it directly supports this show, and I would greatly appreciate it if you took the time to check it out. Today, we have a very special episode because I, as you can tell, am not in my home kitchen, but I am in the kitchen of the Dix Hills Fire Department on Long Island, and we are gonna be featuring Captain Simon Moe.
Excited, very excited.
Thank you so much for letting me do this. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This is a live firehouse, so if I'm not mistaken, at any moment, the lights could go off and a fire call has to be answered,
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
All
yes.
right, well, hopefully the only fire that's gonna be happening is in this kitchen. Simon, you mentioned that you grew up in a restaurant. Your family's in restaurants. You have a lot of kitchen experience. This is my first time having a fellow culinarian in the kitchen with me, but tell me a little bit about your time growing up in a kitchen.
You got it. Mom and Dad worked very hard, owned a restaurant in the middle of Crown Heights, Brooklyn. And basically, I was there all my life, did my homework there, learned everything from the kitchen to the customer service, learned everything traditionally and fusion and modern. So
Awesome.
Incorporated all those ingredients and everything.
I love where you're going with that because that's exactly where we're gonna start for this sandwich.
Okay.
First thing we're gonna start off with is a sauce. First thing, garlic. Gotta have garlic.
Gotta have garlic.
Yeah, gotta have garlic. I'm gonna have you help me mince up some garlic. You mind? All right. I see. You're already comfortable grabbing that knife. Usually other guests on this show, they're like, oh, what do I do with this thing? But you know exactly what to do. Look at that. Look at them knife. I'm out. Bye. What, you trying to compete with me, Simon? Trying to show me up? And here we have just a regular duck sauce base. You can buy this at the Asian section of any supermarket. I've done nothing to this. This is just the base out of the jar. I'm gonna put this into the garlic. So I didn't have to bring anything for this episode. It's amazing. Here I have a little bit of apricot preserves. Normally I like to use plum.
Okay.
You know, I'll make some kind of plum preserve, but again, for you guys out there, when you go to the supermarket, apricot preserves works great. This is gonna make the sauce a little, you know, keep it nice and thick, but it also adds a really like round flavor to the duck sauce, which is, you know, can be a little sweet and, acidic. Now, a little bit of pineapple juice.
Okay.
All right. Here, can you help
sure.
me out? Yeah,
Sure.
I'm gonna let you tell me when.
That should be good. I can smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good too. Put some sherry wine.
Okay.
All right. Sherry wine. Let's taste this. I'm pretty sure it's going to need a little bit of salt, but let's taste it first. I actually think it doesn't need anything.
Doesn't need salt.
I think it's fine the way it is. All right.
That's good.
Well, that was easy enough. I really don't need to be here. Next up, we're actually going to make another sauce. The main sauce is going to be that duck sauce.
Okay.
But there's also going to be a salad in here, and I want to dress that salad up too. All right?
Cool.
We're going to make a hoisin dressing for this salad, all right? But
Okay.
hoisin, as you know, I'm sure you know, is pretty pungent.
Yes.
So a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's say about half a cup. That's all we need, really.
You got it.
Half a cup. Also a little bit of pineapple juice.
Okay.
Just to help thin it down a little. Again, the whole, citrusy, well, it's not citrus, but the acidity,
Right.
the sweetness, okay? A little bit of vinegar, rice vinegar. All right, let's whisk that up. I want this to be on the thinner side.
Okay.
Let's taste that. You let me know. You let me know what you think, Captain.
That's actually perfect.
I do want to
Sesame
add in
oil.
some sesame oil. I wanted to make sure the salts and everything were right before we go any further. Again, sesame oil is also very pungent. A little bit goes a long way, so don't go overboard with that. All right, now we're gonna make a salad. I want to do scallion, cucumber, fresh cilantro, and bean sprouts. So first, Simon, I'm gonna have you help me thin slice this scallion. All right?
You got it.
Simon, this is great.
Why?
Because I only have to do half the amount of work. So tell me about some of the favorite things you love to cook growing up, being around a professional kitchen, or any good memories in general.
Oh, that's a tough one. My family is Cantonese Hakanese.
Oh, okay.
So most of the food are very salty and a lot of rice dishes. I love the stews. I love the soups. The soups were always, I remember my mom cooking at 12 to 13 hours, and everything would be dried up in this little,
Right in there.
in this little urn that she had. And you just take the broth and you just drink it, and it just changes you. And I don't know how to explain it. You know?
Right.
And you feel, you feel good about yourself.
A good soup, man, I mean, warms you to your soul.
Yeah.
You know, especially when it's done right, when it's cooked with a lot of care, low and slow. I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
All right, so we got some cilantro in there. How should we cut these cucumbers? I think into strips, right? We're gonna leave the skin on. Yeah.
Oops.
I'm gonna leave the seed out, so I'm just gonna take that out.
Oh, okay. My wife is Turkish, so we use these Kirby cucumbers with lemon leaf all the time in salads.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm very familiar with these.
All right, so we got our cucumbers, we got our cilantro and scallions. Now we're gonna throw in our bean sprouts. So we're not gonna dress this just yet, because now we need to work on some chicken cutlet. You mentioned in your questionnaire that one of your favorite sandwiches uses chicken cutlet.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
And I love, who doesn't like a good chicken
Who doesn't?
cutlet, right?
Who doesn't?
First things first, you need a couple cracked eggs, right? Give me a hand there. We're gonna whip up a couple eggs. So here I have some chicken breast that I brined with a little bit of brown sugar and salt. You wanna taste it? I'm gonna have you help me out, because you should always have a wet hand and a dry hand, right?
Yep.
But everyone messes it up. Even the best chefs mess it up. Yeah, there's no way around it. You do your best. I'm gonna do my best here. So wet hand into the dry. I'm gonna toss that around with my dry hand. Shake off the excess product. That's gonna go into the egg. Simon, I'm gonna let you take over from there. Make sure it gets coated with a good amount of egg before going into the breadcrumb. Now I should mention that the flour and the breadcrumb is seasoned. So it has white pepper, black pepper, and a little bit of ginger powder. All right, let's get this cleaned up. Clean kitchen is a...
Don't do anything. We have probies for that.
The hell's a probie?
Brand new firefighters that just joined, they have to get into the tradition of learning the value of cooking. They do all the cleaning, everything, prepping and cleaning.
So you're saying I don't have to clean?
Do nothing. We got probies for that.
Nick, start throwing flour everywhere! Everywhere! Cutlets are breaded. We are not gonna fry these just yet. We're gonna set these aside because we still have a couple things to prep. All right, so
okay.
Captain, if you could
You
set
got
that
it.
aside, all right? For a sandwich, my favorite lettuce is always iceberg. Iceberg lettuce,
Absolutely.
right? Thinly slice this, all right?
Okay.
We're making shreddus, baby. Shreddus. I've used that joke on way too many episodes, but I'm not gonna let it go. I'm just gonna do a few slices of really thinly sliced beefsteak tomato. Now we have our sauces, but every good sandwich, to me, needs a little bit of mayo. You know, you don't have to put a lot. It's your personal preference if you like a lot or a little, but a real sandwich has mayo, baby. And that's what we're gonna do. So I got some mayonnaise here. Let's mince up a little bit more garlic. Get that thrown in there. What made you decide to become a firefighter?
Came from Brooklyn, and when I got married, I moved to Queens. And when we had our first baby, my wife and I, we decided that we wanted to give a better future for our kids, unlike what I went through. And came out here to Long Island. First 2 years, I realized that all my friends never wanted to come all the way out here. Had no friends. And I always had to go back to Brooklyn or Queens to meet with my friends every weekend.
Gotcha.
So I decided, why not? I'll make new friends in the firehouse. And now I have 260 more friends.
That's one way to make friends. Actually, that's probably the most noble way to make friends.
And of course, when you
Here, let's
join a
taste it.
firehouse, you also meet other people from other firehouses too.
So a little salt.
Yep.
Simon, we're almost ready to start putting our sandwich
Let's
together.
do it.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Here's our bread. This is called a Dutch Crunch baguette.
Okay.
Dutch Crunch is a bread that I first found in San Francisco, and it was just the most amazing thing for sandwiches. I had to figure it out, and now I'm opening up a sandwich shop that's going to exclusively use this bread.
Got it.
Cut that in half. And what I like to do is leave the lower part a little thinner
Right.
onto our tray. We're gonna get this toasting. Let's fry up our chicken cutlet, shall we?
You got it.
Actually, the way to do this is to kind of
Yep.
go back and forth a little And when you do this and you kind of halfway dunk it into the oil first, and when you let go, it won't sink to the bottom right away and stick. So it's very important to do this. All right, Simon, I think our cutlets are ready. Ooh,
Nice.
that is looking good. Yes. Yeah. So our bread is toasted, and what I like to do is scoop out the top side of the bread to fit more shit. I see you snacking. I see you snacking.
This is good bread.
All right, so let's put some of this garlic mayonnaise on there. Place our chicken cutlet. Oh, yes, fresh tomato. Some of this cucumber bean sprout salad. It's gonna go into the top side of the bread. Some of that iceberg lettuce, baby. Iceberg shreddis. I'm going to allow you to sauce the lettuce,
Thank you.
all right? But the duck sauce, not the hoisin
Oh,
sauce.
okay.
Got the Captain Simon Mo duck sauce here.
Ooh, we got chunks here.
Got chunks of apricot. Sauce it. Sauce it, baby, sauce
You
it.
got it.
Now let's top this off. Whoa, that's a monster. Whoa, 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 before you click off, we still got one secret ingredient. We're gonna show that at the end. Captain, would you do the honors?
Well, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Dix Hills Fire Department with not just Captain Simon Mo, but we also have the Captain Simon Mo. Let's cut into it. Go for it. This is all you. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, Captain. Let's show the camera. Let's show everyone in the world what this sandwich looks like. Oh my goodness. Look at that chicken. It is so juicy. Everyone, now before we take our first bite, I gotta say, Captain, thank you so much for taking part of Sandwich Sunday. Thank you so much to all the men and women across all the fire departments in the country for all the service that you've put in to protect our communities. It has been an honor for me to do this, and hopefully this sandwich lives up to that. Shall we dig in?
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, you know what? I mentioned the secret ingredient. There's one more thing I feel like this sandwich could use. I think it needs a little bit of a spice kick.
Yes, I agree with you.
You know what? I had a fan, Ryan Miller, Magnavox on Instagram, send me a bottle of his restaurant, or the restaurant he works at, this place, Beshak, sorry if I butchered that name, ramen and sake bar in California. He sent me over some chili oil.
Go
I
right
think
ahead.
that's what this needs, right?
Yep.
We need a little bit of a spice kick. There we go.
Thank
Now,
you.
it did say on the ingredients list that it has Carolina Reaper in here. I love my spice, but I know this is going to be intense, shall we?
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! I think all the oil I put in was in that one bite. You know, I don't do too many sandwiches without cheese, but this one absolutely did not need it.
No, it did
Super
not.
fresh flavors. You know, you have the chicken cutlet, which is a deep fried product, but with all these bright flavors in there, I think it balances perfectly.